The ICEVI, the Nippon Foundation Mathematics Package for Teachers. Title of the video, Major Angles Part 2. In the part 1, we discussed the angles 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees and 180 degrees. In this part 2, we will discuss the angles 120 degrees, 150 degrees and other angles such as 75 degrees, 135 degrees, etc. What we have done, we have made the paper into two halves. Now let us take one half, that is AECF, that is one half of ABCD. Now let us make AECF into two parts. So what we do, take the side AC and let it coincide on the side EF and you make a strong crease. Make strong crease. Right. Now let us draw a line. Okay, and call this as PQ. Right, now we have to take F as the reference point. In the earlier exercise we kept D as the reference point. Now let us take F as the reference point and again take that C in such a way that it coincides with the line PQ, and then you make a very strong crease, right, and then connect that line and you call that as FR, right. Now you can notice that the line DG and the line FR are parallel. That means the angle, the major angle 60 degree that you get at the point D is exactly the same at the point F. That means the major angle that you get at the point F, that is EFR, is 60 degrees. Now the smaller angle, that is RFC, that is 30 degrees. Okay. Now how do we get 150 degrees? Now you have 90 degrees, that is angle EFD. Then you add the angle EFR, that is 60 degrees. So that will give you 150 degrees. Okay. So now we have understood the major angles 30, 60, 90, 150, 180 and 45. 360 degrees is the angle surrounding a point. Now that is easy to understand. Now the concept is to get 120 degrees. How do we get 120 degrees? Now you look at the figure that you get between the two parallel lines, right? Let us say the line DG and the line FR are parallel. Similarly, the line PQ and the line EF are parallel. So you get a figure inside these lines which are parallel. So what happens, when you have a parallelogram like this, the opposite angles are equal. That means the angle you get at point F and the angle that you get at the opposite angle, that is also 60 degrees. So what we do now, we can simply make the angle 60 into two halves. That means if you call this point as S, so what we do, we have to connect FS. That will make the angle into two parts. That means you fold the paper in such a way that the points F and S are connected. The points F and S are connected. So F and S are connected. So that means now the angle 60 degree has been made into two equal halves, that is 30 degrees and then another is 30 degrees. Now what is 120 degrees? 90 degrees plus this one, this is 120 degrees. What is 150 degrees? 150 degrees, because 90 degrees and 60 degrees. What is 180 degrees? 180 degrees. So this is 90 degrees, and then you get 120 degrees, you get 150 degrees, 180 degrees, you get 45 degrees. And suppose you want to measure 75 degrees. Now the child knows that, well, this is 60 degrees and this is 30 degrees. So full angle is 90 degrees, the smaller one is 30 degrees. So the child will get an approximation of 60 degrees plus 15 degrees, that will make 75 degrees. That means these 30 degrees can be made into two halves approximately, right? And then okay, so this one is 75 degrees, 60 degrees plus 15 degrees. So the other angles, for example, suppose you ask the child to show 140 degrees, the child will be able to measure the 150 degrees. What is 150 degrees? This is 120 degrees and then 150 degrees. So in between the degrees are 30 degrees. So 120 and then 150, there are, the child will be able to get an approximation that this can be made into three parts. So 140 degrees may be 120 degrees, 130 and 140. The child will be able to get an approximation of identifying all types of angles. So the development of this concept in the child will help in understanding any type of angle. So this is very, very essential for understanding the geometry in a better way.